Hey guys, welcome back to RC Tracks, and today I am upgrading my Slash 4x4. Now it might be hard to tell, but the receiver is broken. I actually did have a Spectrum DX2E, but the receiver did get, it's not broken, but it's just glitching everywhere. So I did have a TQ in there for a backup, but I need to replace this thing soon. So instead, take the truck out of the way. Instead of just buying a new receiver, I got this FlySky FS-GT3C radio right here, 2.4 gigahertz. Has a screen and cost me about $45. So, you know, I say it was a pretty good investment because it does come with a screen. I've heard that the, sorry, getting an X-Acto knife to open it. I have heard that the on and off button, it might be hard to tell with the camera, but there is a little picture on there. So let's go ahead and open this up. Right there. Looks like they didn't include anything down here. Let's take that. Kind of bad at opening these types of boxes neatly. Usually I would just tear through it, but not in this case. So, it appears to be packaged very nicely. Let's get this puppy out, and there it is. Here's our box. And it has a little folding thing. It's kind of cool. Looks like here's the charger, as well as another rubber grip. I don't even know. User manual for the product. Okay, that's nice. I'll definitely keep that. And right here, it looks like they do include, well, yeah, I knew that, but they did include a receiver and a little antenna tube. These receivers are ultra cheap. They're like $6, so it's hard not to get one because they're so cheap. Just wondering, does that? No, it doesn't, but it's just hard to resist because, you know, it's, if you break one, it's like $6. So, and here is the remote. Wow, this thing feels nice. I already love this. I'm going to grab another tire so you guys can see a bit higher, just so you can see the remote a bit better. But wow, this thing feels nice. That rubber grip is just, and it looks like it has that antenna that folds up, super nice down there. And you got your screen, of course, and wow, there's our power button. I've heard there's a lot of issues with that power button with the remote. Let's see, do they include our LiPo battery right here? So really nice. 800 milliamp. I bet it's set on storage mode, which is about, I think, half charge. So we should get some juice out of it. I bet it'll turn on. I don't know how long this takes to charge, but I'm already kind of noticing an issue here. If you look closely, oh, I can feel it right here, but you can kind of feel that the plastics are kind of coming apart, but that's not much of a big deal. So, you know, it's not made the best, but it definitely, this battery compartment is kind of a pain to get back in. Ugh. Did I put it in wrong? It looks good. Yeah, that's one of the cons I'm already seeing, is that this battery compartment is such a pain to... There we go. That's the kind of the trick. You don't slide it in fully. You kind of place it here and then and it goes. And I'm already noticing it just, the feel is super nice right here. I love the remote. The throttle is really light and the remote is right. Comparing it with standard Traxxas one, this one is definitely lighter. This one's shorter, you know. And the throttle, the thing I don't really like about the Traxxas is that the throttles are so stiff. That's why I don't like them, but this throttle is really nice and light. And the remote has just a nice feel to it. So it should have some charge in it, so, yep, we got it right there. model FSO. Just taking a look at it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it has a little click. It's kind of nice, but 3.8 volts. But yeah, just looking at this, steering left. I don't really even know this remote. I'll have to take a look at the owner's manual, but looks like you can change the steering manual via this. This isn't a great display. If I turn it off here, you can already see that the graphics are already printed on it, but it's a screen at least, which is really nice. And yeah, I've heard issues about that power button there, that it just doesn't. I've heard issues that the wiring can get tangled on there because the steering wheel is getting twisted. And yeah, you can see after a couple seconds the backlit display goes off, but then you can turn it back on. And it looks great. I really like how this looks, so let's go ahead and turn it off. And yeah, I might have to take this apart to investigate it, but I've heard a couple of rumors that it only occurs on the orange models. I'm not sure if that's correct, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, super nice remote. I love the feel of it. I love this throttle, how it's not kind of holding your fingers. I like that. You can just do this. So super nice. I'll have to test it out, see what I think of it. But yeah, really liking it. Super light compared to the standard Traxxas ones. So yeah, let's go ahead and enough talk. Let us go ahead and install this on the truck. So the first step into installing our new receiver is just to take the old one out. First, just go ahead and unplug all your channels and stuff. I have a race truck, so regularly you would have two screws on the top that would take the top off, and another 2 screws on top to take the little waterproof cover. But then, you know, you can just pop it off with that sticky tape, get it all off, and just as that, our old remote receiver thing is. And just comparing them, FlySky is tiny compared to this, so is the weight. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is get some double-sided sticky tape. I have some right here, and I'm just going to cut to where I want, right there. Just go ahead and take it off, stick it on the new one. Looks like, yeah, this double-sided sticky tape I'm using doesn't seem to be working very well. But anyways, take it off, stick it on the new one, and just peel off the old, the little protective cover, and then just place it on like so. Looks good. Alright, and next step is, let me just take a look at this. I'm guessing it's the same, so just plug in the, this is the servo, so plug that into channel 1. And this is the receiver, so plug, well, it's not the, yeah, it's not the receiver, but it's the ESC. Go ahead and plug that in to channel 2. Looks good. And then, yep, there's our servo. Plug that back in. And I'm going to plug my glitch buster into channel 3. Ooh, there we go. Plug that all in. And this looks good. Oh, I'm going to tape this down later. Make sure you have an antenna tube, because there's no antenna tube holder thing on this chassis. By the way, this is an STRC aluminum chassis, so let's go ahead and turn it on. I believe it should be already pre-bound. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we'll have to see when we turn it on. So let me go ahead and always make sure to rebind your remote when you get a new one, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I'll be right back. And I did get it working, and it just was already pre-browned. Plugged it in, calibrated it, and it works great. The steering is reversed, so I will have to change that. Other than that, works great. I'm going to take a look at the owner's manual. Well, yeah, I'll have to make sure to take a look at the owner's manual yourself. But I'm going to play around with this, but that's going to be about it for this install video. You can see I really like it. And yep, it's going to be about it for this new FlySky radio. So yeah, RC Trax signing out.